Essential oils during pregnancy. Oh, the confusion and the conflicting info that you can find on the internet. How are you supposed to navigate the confusion? The biggest takeaway I want to leave you with is there are so many ways to use essentials safely during pregnancy. Here I am, diffusing my oils, I'm pregnant, and it's wonderful. So my biggest recommendation for using oils during pregnancy, I got it from my most trusted resource on oils during pregnancy, the book Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. And she says the difference is quality and common sense. So when I'm talking about oils today, I am only talking about Young Living essential oils. Those are the only ones I can vouch for and I know are pure, so pure. And that matters because a lot of other oils have things mixed in it, synthetics or other types of oils, and that is harder to know what is causing different reactions or not. And if you want to truly experience the many benefits of essential oils, you want to be using the real stuff. And I know and trust Young Living. The other part is using common sense. Just because Young Living's oils are the purest oils doesn't mean that there are a few that you want to use caution with or avoid, or even ones that are totally safe. You want to use them in the way that they're meant to be used and in moderation. And you want to, if you're new to oils, start off slow, test them out, see how you feel, and that is always a good, common sense way to use essential oils during pregnancy. So there is a list of some oils that you do want to avoid or use caution with during pregnancy. The beauty of this list is they're oils I don't really use that much anyway, so I'm not really missing them. So some of these oils are like basil and birch, cassia, cinnamon bark, hyssop, Idaho tansy, rosemary, sage, wintergreen, clary sage, jasmine, and fennel. Then there's some blends that Young Living has that contains these single oils. And some of those are Thieves, Endoflex, Energy, Digize, Melrose, Panaway, Joy, Dragon Time, ImmuPower. But this is not an extensive list, there might be more, but that's just to give you an idea that there are some. That being said, there are a few of these blends that I still choose to use. Those are Thieves and Digize, so I'll explain why in a little bit. I'm not here to give you recommendations on what you should use during your pregnancy or what you shouldn't use. I have listed some resources in the blog post, and I'll mention them at the end of the video, of some great resources that will tell you exactly what you can and can't use, but I'm here just sharing what I've personally used and what has helped me during my pregnancy. So I have been avoiding most of those oils on the avoid list because they're not really oils I use very often anyway, but the two exceptions I mentioned were Thieves and Digize that I've been using almost daily. And they're on the list because Thieves has cinnamon and rosemary and Digize has fennel. So Thieves is the immune boosting oil. It's the germ fighting, and it's one I used all the time before I was pregnant, and I've continued using. So that is a difference of me using these personally. I was using them before and know how they made me feel, and so I can continue using them. I am diluting these oils. So before I was pregnant, I would often just use oils straight a lot of the time, but I am diluting them some more. So what that means is you mix them, like 1 drop of essential oil with a little bit of, I'm using Young Living's V6 oil. It's a mix of different oils like jojoba oil and almond oil, or you can use coconut oil, for example. And I use Thieves on the bottom of my feet still every night because I want to boost my immune system and not get sick. And so personally, I have weighed the risk of some of the things, some of the risks that they say about cinnamon oil or rosemary against getting sick. And I'm choosing to boost my immune system instead. And so far, so good, haven't gotten sick. So that has personally one that I'm comfortable with. Another one is Digize, which contains fennel. That's on the do not use list. And Digize is the digestive blend. And I used that before I was pregnant, and I've continued using it because it helps just with any type of stomach upset. And your digestive system is different when you're pregnant, and it's just been helping me so much. I've been using it a lot for pregnancy constipation. That's like a thing, and that's been helping a lot. So I'm thankful for it, and again, that's more worth it to me than the risk of using a small amount of fennel. Another blend on that list is Panaway, which contains wintergreen oil, which is recommended to not use during pregnancy. Panaway is a great blend for any type of pain or aches or anything. And I was having some issues with my hamstring earlier, not related to pregnancy, just from an old injury, and I was putting Panaway on without thinking, and I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't use all the oils that are on the do not use list. So thankfully there is a great alternative to Panaway. I've been using Copaiba. That's a single that's great to support our muscles and any type of inflammation or discomfort. So because I have a great alternative, I've been using that instead. The rest I've been avoiding and been very happy with my Thieves and Digize. The other oils that I definitely do avoid are any oils that are recommended for women's hormones. So these are singles such as clary sage or jasmine, and blends such as Dragon Thyme, Endoflex, Lady Scleral, Joy, and Sclarescence. And the reason for that is because when you're pregnant, you got a lot of hormones going on, and you kind of just want to let your pregnancy hormones do their thing. You don't really want to interact with that, and so I've been avoiding those, and those are actually oils that are recommended for helping support inducing labor at the very end of pregnancy. So that's why you don't really want to use them when you're pregnant. My favorite way of using those oils before I was pregnant was for emotional support, like during PMS and stuff. And I love that. And I still think that we do need emotional support during pregnancy. So I've been using oils instead, like Peace and Calming or lavender and frankincense. That's been helping a lot emotionally, and a blend called Valor. So there are other emotional oils that I can use to help support me in that area instead of these oils that are recommended for women's hormone health. Now for the oils you can use, and there are so many. So don't let that short list of oils you can't use stop you from using oils during your pregnancy. The list of, this is not an extensive list, but there's bergamot, cedarwood, copaiba, cypress, balsam fir, frankincense, geranium, grapefruit, lavender, lemon, lime, mandarin, tea tree, neroli, orange, patchouli, peppermint, pine, sandalwood, spruce, vetiver, and ylang-ylang. Some safe oil blends include Citrus Fresh, Motivation, Peace and Calming, Present Time, Sacred Mountain, and Valor. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more. So I recommend, having a guide like the Gentle Babies book or your desk reference, an essential oil desk reference. And that would be so helpful in helping you navigate what you can use. So some random examples of how I've been using my oils during pregnancy. Been loving diffusing them. So I've been diffusing, I've been loving like lavender and Northern Lights Black Spruce. Been loving Peace and Calming, which I actually didn't like that blend that much before I was pregnant, but now I'm loving it. Diffusing some Gentle Baby blend. I've been applying bergamot and also separately, but also the blend Present Time as like perfume. I had really terrible sleep during my first trimester, and what helped, in the middle of the night I would have insomnia, and I would grab my Tranquil oil blend and put that on, and that would really help me get back to sleep. And I've been, I thankfully didn't have very much nausea at all during my pregnancy. There was like maybe twice, and I'd like run outside, get some fresh air, breathe my peppermint, eat some more food, and then I'd feel fine. So peppermint was great for nausea. I even made a DIY belly butter blend, and I used frankincense and lavender and gentle baby in that. So again, there are so many uses for high quality essential oils when you're using them with common sense. Again, just go slow, use a small amount, dilute, and see how you feel.